Hey everyone, Fan is here. Today I will show you how I take this $10 mask with okay scalp and okay hair and transform it only by paint into something much more better. As you can see, it's a pretty nice sculpt, and with a bit of paint job it will look 10 times better. The only problem is here in this edited photo. I just rehaired it. Here is the result. But rehairing a mask is just a pain in the ass. Here you can see some shots of the real thing, and it kind of looks like the Halloween 6 mask, The Curse of Michael Myers. It looks very much like it in a few shots. It's a pretty good mask, low cost mask, and if you paint it, you can paint it however you want, with some dead mask color or stark white, whatever you want. So let's start. As you can see, this is the page. I will leave a link below. You can choose by only 3 masks. I choose Michael Myers and then paint it. It's very simple, really. You can choose either the Romp Zombie one or the Blood Tears and just repaint it if you want. Okay, this is the mask. As you can see, I painted just the black parts so they can show through, but it comes completely flesh colored. I just painted it like this, and this way it looks like Halloween 6 to me. So I'm gonna paint it like a Halloween 6 mask with some dead off skin tone that it's called powder, and some edges I will put, and basically that. And my main tool of painting is an airbrush I bought from eBay, of course. And yes, the eye holes here, as you can see, they are pretty good. Of course, you might have some flashing, so you need to cut that out, but you can put some black fabric after your paint, and if you do not want your eyes to show, which you can glue only on the top, and if you want your eyes to show, you just lift the fabric and you have your eyes shown in photos or in video. But if you don't want them to show, you just pull down the black fabric and you're golden. So here, as you can see, I cut off about that much of latex because the mask was too big. You can do that too. I also, as you saw, put some magnets in, super glue them together. Here I just super glue them and they hold fine. I put 2 on the first one and 1 on the other, and it holds pretty good. So I highly recommend magnets for masks. You can use Velcro, but Velcro is a pain, you need to sew it on and stuff. Here is the airbrush, as you can see. And this is the colors that we're gonna use: white, titanium white, some black for some details, and maybe some red for brown if we mix it with black, and if we want some blood tears, we can use a blood color. So first of all, I'm just gonna load the airbrush here. Nothing too fancy, you just load it in on top here, and it's a gravity fed airbrush, and you pull the trigger back and you just paint. But now I remember I have to show you something. Before you start painting, you need to sand the mask a bit. Just sand it so the paint can stick better. After that, we're gonna seal the mask, don't worry. Just give it a good sanding here, as you can see, just to make the paint stick much easier. And you just start painting. First you put the details as I did, and then you put the base color so you have that contrast. You need to put at least 5 to 6 layers to cover the skin tone of the original mask. And then you can paint it however you want. If you think the lips are too black, you can put some white all over it. If you think the eyebrows are too black, you can put some white all over it. I put about 3 to 4 or 5 layers into this mask, and then started, because I thought the eyebrows and the mouth were a bit darker, I put some white all over that. I also put some that skin color that it's called powder on top of it in some places, so it will look like the mask is just aged and kind of dead, and like the Halloween 6 mask, it had that dead feel to it. So you just paint it. Don't worry about getting in the hair, because you can paint that afterwards. I painted some of the hair black in the edges and stuff, but I'm thinking of putting some white into it, so it will look like more of an old mask that has some life in it. Like, Michael Myers, it's the mask, so it's his face, like, so it's a character all of its own. You need to treat it like that. So here is just after the first layer. I leave it to dry. First, this is about 3 to 4 layers, I think. So after you put each layer down, you need to leave it to dry and then put another layer in. And as you can see, I spray painted the hair black in some areas. I left some of the normal color back, so it's on the front a bit and a bit on the back, and it looks much better this way. Of course you can rehair the mask, as I said, but it's a pain in the ass, and this hair is fine enough. You can extend it if you want. As you can see here, the detail is coming out, so this is a perfect low budget mask. If you do not want to spend like $60 or $100 or $400, and you just want a mask of Michael Myers, just a normal generic looking mask, you can get this one. The sculpt is great enough, so you can paint it, and you can customize this mask with latex, of course, because it's latex. Here I am readying the hair for paint, actually a varnish I will put, but it quite didn't work out, so maybe I didn't put too much. You can use hairspray, but hairspray I think just removes with water, so if you want a waterproof style of hair, you need to use varnish. So you just style the hair the way you want them. I want them kind of messy, so it looks like Halloween 6, as this mask looks like. And here I'm preparing the broken spray, because in a way my varnish broke, I need to buy another one. But you will get the idea. You just mist the hair and then put them back into shape, so they will dry into that shape. Just like that. I think I didn't put enough because of my broken spray. I'll try that again the next time, before or after I put the PlastiDIP. So as you can see, you just turn it and spray it. The spray will just push the hair. You need to put the hair back into the way you want it and leave it to dry. And this way the hair will stay in that shape, and it will look much more, it will freeze in place basically, and it will look the way you want. So here I'm just styling the hair, giving it a more spiky, messy look like it has. It's pretty simple. You can just pinch the hair and lift it up, and of course some holes will show. You can paint them later with some airbrush black to cover them, or you can just, as I said, rehair the mask. That would be the best option, but it's a pain in the ass. Just spray, style the hair however you want. You can put even the Halloween one spiky hair, you know, the tendrils. And here, if you are a bit on a hurry, you just use a hairdryer to actually quicken the process, but as you can see, it also messes up the hair, so this is not a good idea. I think you should leave them to air dry completely. And because I didn't put enough varnish, the mask didn't stay the way I wanted it, so that was an epic fail. So here, as you can see, I finished with that. I thought it was okay, but I think the varnish didn't dry, so I will get some plastic bags and style again the hair here. Pretty simple. Do that if you want for your mask, but I suggest putting more varnish on the hair and worry about the paint, because if you put water now in this mask, the paint will just leave the mask or something, so it's not waterproof and sealed yet. Do first the hair and then the mask, so you can mask the hair. So as you can see, it's a pretty nice shot. I have nothing now to comment on. I wait for the next shot. Just style your hair, okay, however you want, it's up to you. What else? The mask looks okay, as you can see, pretty petrifying under some lighting circumstances. It looks like a Rob Zombie Halloween 6, I would say. And I don't like the Rob Zombie films. Yeah, we saw the mask. Go on. And okay, here we are. I'm outside again. I'm preparing the PlastiDIP. As you can see, you need the PlastiDIP clear matte, so the mask won't shine. And just mask off the hair with some trash can bags or one, and then put tape in the edge so it will hold it, and then just spray the PlastiDIP. Just cover the hair with a plastic bag and tape, so they won't get any PlastiDIP on them, because then they will be fucked. Actually, they will be destroyed. They will not be good enough. So just spray the mask, one light coat, just to keep that paint in there, all our hard work. Because if water drops on it, and if it rubs with, if you rub it with wet hands, the paint will come off, and you don't want that. You did so much work to paint this mask. You don't want the paint to come off, so you need to paint it with PlastiDIP, which is a flexible, like varnish. So you need, I will say it again, PlastiDIP clear matte, the one that does not shine. It's called matte, because you do not want this mask to be glossy. Just take the matte color, spray it on there, let it dry, and your mask is good and repainted. Just one thin layer of PlastiDIP. You don't need to empty the whole can in it. Just one layer to cover that paint you did. And just leave it to dry. And for good measure, you can put another thin layer to cover any patches or bald spots. Actually, put 2 layers. That's, I think, for the best. Here are some lighting tests. Yeah, I know I don't have the jumpsuit. I didn't bought it yet. I had an old jumpsuit, but I think I threw it away. as you can see, the mask looks pretty good under some lightning circumstances. And to the person wearing it, here we're gonna try the tungsten filter on the Yogno. And as you can see, here's the mask. And because this mask is too big, you need to put something behind it to push it forward a bit to fit your face better. I put a sponge, but this piece of a sponge is way too big. I need to cut it down a bit. It actually wrinkles the mask and pushes it way to front, and it's uncomfortable. So cut it the way it fits you or your actor. It's way better this way. After you put it and you did some makeup tests and costume tests and that, as you can see, the texture of the mask is the same that you used, that is in a mask. I think this is the tungsten or the... No, this is not the red color, this is still tungsten. And as you can see, it looks pretty good under tungsten light. Orange light, basically. Because I'm using the Yogno one. This is a blue filter, and as you can see, blue looks pretty great actually, like a night scene or something. I like this one. The famous head tilt. Yeah, I'm not that good of a Michael Myers, but it's okay. I try my best. I think now comes, yes, here is the close-up so you can see more detail. It's the original texture of the mask, yes. I didn't resculpt the mask or anything, I just painted it. So here we go to my favorite one, red, the color of rage, and it reminds you a bit of Halloween 2 because they used in a shot some red color, and you can do that if you want. I like this shot because you come out of the darkness and it's much more of a stylized cinematic shot. And as you can see, the mask even looks great in red lighting. You can put whatever lighting you want. If the shape of the mask is good, it will look good under all lighting situations. The mask is not thick, which is good. You need to take proper care of your mask. Here is how it was before. Read online how you take care of your latex mask. Yeah, it's a pretty standard mask, as you can see. It's not that well-known shape of movies, but it looks like Halloween 6 a bit. So we take this cheap $10 mask with Paintjob and we turn it into this, a pretty great looking Michael Myers mask. Of course it's very thin, so you need to act accordingly. But it's an okay mask, I think, and it's pretty good for a short film. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll answer them. So that's it. This is how you repaint a cheap knockoff $10 Michael Myers mask. See you in the next video.